Hi there friends, it's Carrie from Stretch Chi. Welcome back. We're going to do a problem solving series for your hip flexors. So let's start off with a hamstring stretch to get the muscles in the back really loosened up, and we'll work our way back to the hip flexors at the end, okay? So lay down on your back, grab the ball of your foot with both hands, and you're going to kick down with your heel while you pull up with your arms. Remember to always move and always resist. And if you're new to Ki-Hara and you need a little bit of information on how this all works, click the link above that says, watch this first, Ki-Hara rules. You'll need that information to understand how this program works. So you pull up for stretch and down for strength. If you're having trouble with this stretch, you could use a rope if you want. And you just go back and forth. We do about 6 to 10 of each stretch, and then switch sides. So now I'm going to bring my left leg up. I'm going to grab the ball of my foot with both hands. I'm going to kick my heel down to engage my hamstring, and I'm going to add movement by pulling my arms up over my head and kicking down for strength. Up for stretch. And down for strength. Remember, about 6 to 10. And again, if anything hurts, just don't do it. In these problem-solving videos, you can just skip it, because we're looking for the one muscle that unlocks your hip flexors. And if this one isn't it, that's okay. You'll know. It'll feel amazing. So you pull down for strength and up for your stretch. You should feel the stretch right along the back of your leg right here in your hamstring. The next stretch we'll do is for your glutes. We're going to lay on our side. Bring your knees up so that your hips are at a 90-degree angle, and also your knees are at a 90-degree angle, so your feet are actually going to be in front of your mat. You'll put your hand on top of your knee, make sure your hips are stacked up nice and tall, and then push with your top leg up into the air while your arm slows you down. Then use your arm to push you back down. You push up for strength, resisting with your arm, and you push down for stretch. Your arm's winning, your bottom leg is fighting. You should feel a good burn in your glutes, right here. If you feel it on the other side, just flip over and do the other side first. Sometimes that happens. Up for strength, down for stretch. Nice burn in the glutes. Do as many as you want to do, but about up to 10 if it feels good. If you're getting really burnt out, it's okay. You can switch sides. Up for strength, down for stretch. Feels good. Feels so burny. Okay, now the other side. You can just flip over. Bring your hips to a 90-degree angle. Stack them up so that your knees are at the same level. Bring your feet far enough forward that your knees are bent at a 90-degree angle. It's almost like if you were sitting in a chair. Then, put your hand on top of your knee and push up for strength. And then use your arm to push you down. So I'm pushing with my arms, my leg is fighting, and then my leg wins, and then my arm wins. Again, it should feel like a burn in your glutes this time. This won't feel so much like a stretch as much as it'll feel like a burn. A lot of burning. And again, about 6 to 10, or until you feel like you're tired and you want to stop. That's okay too. Listen to your body. You do what you want. Pushing down for stretch, pushing up for strength. Oh, 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 oh. It burns. Okay, that's all I've got for that one. Oh. All right, we're gonna come up into a stretch for your quads. For this one, bring your mat up against the wall. So that your knee can be a few inches away from the wall and your foot flat against the wall. I have my foot turned so that my toes are pointing up towards the ceiling and the wall is against the top of my foot. My knee is about 6 to 8 inches away from the wall. You can be closer to the wall if your quads are more loose. You can be further away from the wall if your quads are really tight. You're going to bring your other leg around to the front and come up into a lunge. Push your foot into the wall and at the same time push your front leg into the floor so everything's going in opposite directions. My back leg will push me forward and my front leg will push me back into this deep stretch for my quad. Then you use your back leg to push you forward again, front leg pushes you back, and you just go back and forth. Always resisting, always moving. Don't forget, so important. Sometimes you actually feel your hip flexor as you come forward, and that's okay. But you really want to focus on the quad stretch as you come back towards the wall. And again, about 6 to 10, or until you feel like you want to stop. You could put something under your knee if you need to. You could put something on your foot if you need to. Like a pillow or a little towel. Wristbands, those little like funny wristbands. You know, like you wipe your sweat off with. I'll put a description for that. I'll put a link for it in the description. In case you need some wristbands. I'll also put this mat in there too because a yoga mat's not going to cut it for this type of stretching. You may notice that your knee is like, holy cow, or you're like bundling up your mat to get some more padding under your knees. If you have a good thick mat, you won't need any extra padding. Now let's go ahead and switch sides. So bring your hands down first, then your front leg, and then switch. So now I'm back to all fours. I'm going to take my other leg and put it up against the wall, about 6 to 8 inches away from the wall, or closer if you want more stretch, further away if you're a little tighter. Your foot flat on the wall, or tucked so that your toe is against the wall. And then you'll bring your other leg around to the front and come up into lunge. Again, you're going to push your back leg into the wall and your front leg is going to push into the floor like you're trying to push both legs apart. Push with your back leg to bring you forward. Use your front leg to push you back. And you just go back and forth, just like that. Forward for strength. And pushing back towards the wall for your stretch. It helps to tuck your tailbone a little bit. That'll give you a little bit of a deeper stretch. If you do need padding for your knees, take care of yourself. Put some padding under there. Or if you need padding under your foot, do that. If the stretch is too intense, you can quit it. It might not be important for your hip flexors. Or maybe you need to problem solve the quad stretch. I could put the link for that one up too. Find that little more of this quad stretch action. Might be good for you. Back and forth. Forward for strength, and pushing back for your stretch. Can you hear the symphony? I'm in the Fine Arts building. That's why all my videos have opera singers and stuff. Today's a symphony though, a full symphony. It's kind of awesome. And when you feel like you've done enough, just put your hands down on the floor. Bring that front leg back, and then you're back on all fours. I'm just going to pull my mat out a little bit so you can get into our next stretch. Now you can remember, if you've done any of my other problem-solving videos, that sometimes a problem in your lower body is caused by problems in your upper body. So we're going to do a little bit of work for your chest, but also your calves. It's kind of like a whole body stretch. This one's sort of like downward dog, but a little different because you're going to use pressure in a different way than you would in a yoga class. So you'll bring your hands in front of you, just under your shoulders. Tuck your feet and come up to a place where you feel comfortable with straight legs. From here, we're not going to go into a full plank. You would see in a yoga class, you would go into like this to go into chaturanga. We're actually going to get a little closer in with our legs. You'll push up onto your toes just to the point where your shoulders are over your hands. That's the end. And then you push with your arms to bring your heels to the floor and bring your head through. You'll most likely feel this in your calves, but if you think about it, when you're coming back here and bringing your head through, you're also stretching out the muscles in your chest. Forward for strength, and back for stretch. I'm coming up onto my toes, and then I'm rolling through. My arms are pushing, my legs are slowing down this motion to get a stretch through my calves. It's just a nice back and forth. And again, we're looking for like 6 to 10, but as many as you want to do. If this is hard on your shoulders, if it's hard on your wrists, you can skip it. It's okay. Good work. Upside down. My head. So now we're going to go into a stretch for your hip flexors. So we're going to come up into a lunge. Bring your right leg in front, your left leg behind, and you're going to scissor your legs like you're trying to bring your front leg back and your back leg forward. Use your front leg to pull you into the stretch. This should feel better than what you were experiencing before. Ooh, yes, it is. And then use your back leg to pull you back. Your front leg pulls you forward. You feel the stretch in the front of your hip, and then your back leg pulls you back. Forward for stretch, back for strength. Now, if you feel like you want to play around with the stretch a bit, you can. So you can twist a little bit into it. Like you can twist open to the left. You can reach with your arms, kind of like if you were yawning. It helps to growl a little bit. And you just kind of play around with it just like that. Twisting and turning, moving your arms in a way that feels good. Moving your legs in a way that feels good. And then when you're ready, we'll do the other side. So you'll bring your right leg behind, your left leg to the front, and now you're going to scissor both legs in, so the front leg's pulling back this way, the back leg pulls forward, and you pull forward for stretch, and you pull back for strength. You should notice a big difference in this one too. A deeper stretch maybe more stable, like you don't feel like you're going to fall over. You might notice the sensation of stretch in the right place. It should be right in the front of your hip now. And again, you can play around with this one. So if you're going to twist this time, twist to the right. You can play around with your arms, like you can yawn. You can lean to the right, you can lean to the left. See what feels good. Twist and turn. Play around with the stretch. It feels so good when it's open. Nice work. So there's some new hip flexors. That's kind of lovely, right? Now, if you were working on a different type of hip flexor stretch, then go ahead back to the video that you started with and try that one again. I think you'll notice the difference. All right, good luck, my friends. If you like this video, like this video, give it thumbs up, give it hearts, give it comments, subscribe to my channel, of course, and I will see you guys on Wednesday for arm day. Have a good one. Bye-bye.